chat before we went live. So sorry about that. It kind of just ran over a little bit. But we do need to get the juice, the goods.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. We will come back to that.
What happened? Happy Sunday, y'all. Today is October 25th, 2020. Y'all, when I say we almost there,
2 months to Christmas.
we almost there. We made it. So glad we made it, y'all.
Yeah.
So glad we made it. I'm about to cry. We made it through. Y'all understand how this Christmas album about to come through. I need to get my ass to Atlanta and start recording.
There we go.
Get it, boo. Get
it. Welcome to the lineup. It's your girl Porsha Monique. I am live with my lovely co-host. It's fall, y'all. So I put on my little turtleneck. Now I'm a little hot. Anyway, guess what I'm drinking on, y'all?
What you drinking?
Riesling.
Edo Heights.
Edo Heights. Shout out to Rodney Foster. Edo Heights.
I need to get some more. How can I get some more?
I didn't finish my bottle.
We need a re-up. Period.
This how they do you too.
Yeah, I feel like an alcoholic because I've been done with my bottles. I mean, let them know. Tell them to send us the link. I'm willing to,
Yeah, we need the link, and we also need those other cases, producer Ashley, because he has some other wines that we were supposed to try, and they were supposed to be really good warm or something like that. So
y'all
remember you said that. So anyway, we gotta
it's coming back to me now.
We gotta anyway. I'm drinking a Riesling. Edo Heights Riesling. Shout out to Rodney Foster, and it's delicious. It's refreshing. I typically like to do red wines in the winter. Well, actually, red wines all year round. I'm a red wine girl, but this is in the spot, y'all. So I'm passing the ball to Rocki. She had an ordeal going on. That's what she was telling us about. If we got time, we'll get into it. But yeah, go ahead. Let us know.
All right, don't let me put my angry black woman face on yet. Let me be nice first. I want to be nice first. Then
Take a sip.
Right. Okay, I got it. Hey, everyone. I am drinking on an old favorite. This is shout out to homeboy E40. Earl Stevens. This is my sweet red. This is one of my old favorites right here.
All right. Pass the ball.
Hey, go. I'm passing it to Christen.
Hey, y'all. Check this out. So I'm really excited, right? Because I heard about this wine a few months ago, and then I heard that it was at Trader Joe's. So I had to go stump it up in Trader Joe's and holler at Miss Mary J. Blige's new wine. It's called Sun Goddess. Yeah, so I picked it up. It's called Sun Goddess.
Is that her face in the middle? Is that her face?
No, it's not. It looks like it though. It kind of actually gives me Empire vibes.
It looks like an album.
Like it looks like an album cover.
Creepy vibes.
Like gold records.
So this is Sun Goddess. This is Pinot Grigio. So it's a little. I'm really excited about that. And she also has a Sauvignon Blanc that I'll probably be sipping on next week. So cheers, ladies.
So this is up in Trader Joe's. Christen.
Trader Joe's, baby. You can find Sun Goddess in Trader Joe's and Black Girl Magic wines.
Yes,
in Trader Joe's.
I'm there tomorrow. Yes,
shout out to Black girls. Go to Trader Joe's, the hashtag or something like that.
I'm sorry, Latrice. I was excited.
I'm gonna have to carry my wines in Trader Joe's too.
Right.
Y'all, here come another black girl. Y'all need another black girl up in Trader Joe's.
In Trader Joe's.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What you drinking on?
All right, y'all. So I ran out of wine. I mixed it today with Ciroc and a little bit of lemonade. So we're gonna act like it's wine today, okay?
Hey,
all right, man.
Ran out.
I like how you be mixing it up, Latrice. You better
mix it up.
I like that.
Yes to the innovation. Yes to the innovation.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I could get Mary J from Trader Joe's. Ooh, and because they got some good products too. Ooh, I'm so happy because I thought maybe you would have to order that online. I am just Now when they start
taste like, is it sweet?
Yeah, it's Pinot Grigio.
Sweet. Yeah, it's Pinot. Yeah, so it's somewhat sweet.
Pinot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, girl.
Okay, y'all. So toast to the next week of mobilizing, getting out the vote, getting your people, making sure that everybody is going out to vote. We got 9 days until election day. So we're going to toast to that. Let's toast to Joe Biden and Senator Kamala Harris winning the presidential election.
Okay. Yes.
Nobody has time for anything else. But 9 days. Amen. 9 days. Get out and vote. What the hell? Stop playing.
Listen, shout out to like the millions of people that have already voted. Like
it's like 58 million or something like that.
Yeah. So technically there's been more voters pre-election than they were before. So before in 2016, there are more voters now than they were in 2016.
So I cry, Jesus, please.
So everybody has on their vote necklace except for Rocki. What you got on? Why you don't have your vote necklace on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I get a citation.
I'm just saying.
This is actually love. I will be voting with love.
All right, vote.
I'm sorry, I was acting, spoiled today. I'm sorry.
So everyone has on their voting necklace today. You can get this at Porsha Monique International Collections right here, and I'm also rocking some Porsha Monique right here, y'all. Y'all see that bling bling?
Okay, bling blow.
Yes.
Bling bling blow.
Yeah, I need some arm candy.
Yeah, so if y'all want some bracelets, some arm candy, they are sold in a set. Hit me up, DM. Also hit up Porsha Monique International.com to buy
international.
Yes, just want to let y'all know. Okay, y'all. So what's going on in the world today? What are we uncorking today?
Where shall we start?
So we do have a guest. So I would be remiss if I wasn't to announce that we have a guest tonight, Christen Rochon. She is one of the lead actresses in Tyler Perry's Assisted Living. It's a new comedy. It stars herself and the Browns. The Browns are reprised in this, so it's gonna be funny. It's very funny. It actually debuted September 2nd. So she's gonna come on. She's gonna talk about her show. She's from Chicago. She's also that lady. Y'all remember that lady that confronted those two misfit vandals or whatever they were in LA when they were vandalizing the Wendy's? Y'all remember her? She was like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all not black. Nobody asked y'all to do that." That's her. That was Crystal. So we got footage of that as well as a trailer of her show. So we'll be talking to her about 8:15. So we don't have that long. Waiting on her to dial in right now. But anyway, aside from that, what's
so right quick, because I'll tell my experience later because I don't really want to bring the vibes down like that. I want to talk about some happy news.
Yeah, because I don't like when people.
I know, and that's too long a story.
Right.
I don't want to. The long and short of it is, I had an encounter with a Karen on my way back from Cancun, and I let her have his smoke. I'm not going to get into a long, drawn out discussion, but it is what it is. I had my Kamala shirt on, as a matter of fact, coincidentally, and I had to let her know she wasn't going to disrespect me. It just came down to that.
And here's the thing, ma'am, why you talking to me?
Right.
No. Why are you hollering across the room at me, ma'am?
Oh, child.
Okay, let me start. Just tell us a brief on how it started.
Okay, here's the thing. Universal rule when you go to a restaurant, if you're waiting for a formal table, you wait in line, right? You wait on the waiting list or wherever, right? If you're waiting for a formal table. If you want to go to the bar, what is the rule for the bar?
You just go to the bar.
Right. First come, first serve, right? Yeah. If people get up, sit down, right? So we were waiting in the line initially to eat, and then I went to the bar, found out that food was also served at the bar, and we could indeed sit at the bar once someone got up. Was told to me by the bartender. When we sat down, a white lady screams across the room. First, she starts screaming at the bartender, then screams at us saying, "These people were behind us in line. Why are they sitting down? That's not fair. They're supposed to be waiting just like us." Da 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 da. And the bartender said to her, pretty much, if you would have let us know that you wanted to sit at the bar, you could have done that. But because she's just mad that, of course, I had taken the initiative to ask, like, well, can we sit at the bar instead of waiting for a table? So when she saw us getting seated before her, she felt it was necessary to yell. So, and the only thing that stopped me from physically assaulting her is knowing that I would have went to jail. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I was
pretty much.
Karens be Karen.
Listen, I promise you, I would have ignored the shit out of her. I would have said my
not today, Porsha. I've let too many other incidents slide. I've let too many other incidents slide where I don't want to be the angry Black woman. I don't want to look ignorant. Nope, not today.
I just wouldn't have even acknowledged her though. But like, who are you talking to? Yeah. Like, who are you? Like, for real, who are you talking to?
You know what? I would have grabbed my glass. I would have gave her a cheers. Like,
right.
Yes, but across the room, what I was trying to do. But then when she sat down, she was seated next to us at the bar and still proceeded to yell.
Now that's a different story. That's
exactly.
You didn't.
But that's what I'm saying. It escalated because when I sat down, well,
why would he sit her next to y'all?
Because it was first come, first serve, and just so happens the people next to us. As Bennett, I sat down a couple minutes later, they got up and of course. So yeah, it is what it is. As I told her, I'm not my ancestors. I will fuck you up. Leave me the fuck alone.
Did you tell her that?
Oh yes, I screamed. I literally screamed like a banshee and told her because when she sat down, she kept yelling, and I'm like, okay, you sitting down now. Why are you still talking? And she's still yelling, and she says, "This is called cheating. That's cheating." I said, "It's called shut the fuck up. I am not my ancestors, lady. I will fuck you up." And after that, I was done because she continued to talk and I did ignore her. So I did swallow part of that because she still continued to say things such as, "Thank God for Trump." And my ancestors, girl, it was a whole episode. You hear me? So trust me, I did have some restraint.
It was antagonizing you. See,
exactly.
We didn't hear any of the story before we came live, y'all. So I just want to let y'all in Facebook land and YouTube and Twitter land know we didn't hear like those details that she was antagonizing you, that she sat next to you, that she kept coming for you. So sometimes and you off of Zen and you coming from, your vacation and you trying to come down and it's like,
right.
Yeah. And the thing is, the bottom line is I know I do have things to lose. Bottom line, I knew I had to get home to my baby. I had stuff to get home to. And that was my only motivation that stopped me from not physically assaulting her. Because I knew, like, I don't want to be arrested. I already, in my mind, I went through all of the consequences.
Yeah.
So,
and this was at the airport, right?
Yes.
You were in Mexico?
Yeah, she would have been a person.
No, we were in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And and the lady was from Boston.
Okay. So Latrice said we all got something to lose. Let me tell y'all something about young girls. The reason why young girls are so reckless in what they do is because they don't have anything.
Porsha, she wasn't. Oh, but this was an older lady.
Right. Yeah, okay, but I was pivoting the conversation to young girls.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pivoting the conversation to young girls because a lot of times these guys go out here and mess with these young girls. And when I say young, I mean like 20, 21, 25, they literally don't have nothing to lose. So
well, at 20, you might not. You have no responsibility.
Right. So I'm commenting on what you said. Talking about we all got something to lose. Not young girls. Yeah. Young girls go out there and they be about it. Like I know some young girls who dated guys that I've dated before me, and the stories. One of them set fire to his house.
What?
She
set fire to his house, and she didn't get charged for it. He paid for her lawyer. He sat there and was like, well, she's in law school, so I don't want to mess her up. So I went ahead and
well,
young girls don't have
make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
So I can tell y'all some stories about some young girls.
Yeah. And that's why I said I know I'm mature. So I thank God I'm at this point because I knew that could have went, oof, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna smile and sip my wine.
There we go.
Anyway, what else is going on in the world? So the debate's happening.
Versus. This the happy thing I want to say. Versus T.I. and Jay-Z, November 19th.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, right, girl.
Nobody just like you said about Brandy and Monica, and you were watching.
Let me tell you something.
They posting it. It's trending.
Girl,
let me tell you something. Nobody cares. We voting. Like, do this shit after the election. Like, nobody has time.
It's November 19th.
Like, okay. Well, stop promoting it. Stop promoting it.
What is wrong with you?
Nobody
tripping.
Get out there and vote.
Porsha acting like an old lady. Don't nobody care.
Right.
You are tripping. Listen, I care. I have set my calendar to it.
November 19th.
I am literally right. I am ready.
The original trap music stars. The original trap stars.
The trap king.
The originals.
I ain't never been a trap star fan.
Oh, well,
I guess I am a little old. I ain't never been a trap star fan. I actually was looking at speaking of being old, SWV's Unsung upstairs. Did y'all
it's on?
It's on. It's
on. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I love it.
It was it's very interesting. Of course, as girl groups go, you know, they broke up the lead singer, and the lead singer wanted to be the lead singer. She was doing more, she was getting paid more. So anyway, it was super dope. It brought back memories. So I was upstairs dancing.
What's your favorite SWV song?
Week. Let me tell you something. Week.
Oh yeah, that's mine too.
Yes, so
I love 90s R&B.
Oh, yes. Wait a minute. You can actually sing.
Girl, don't play with me. This Christmas album is coming. Anyway, we gotta go.
Yes. Yes, and her shirt looked like a 90s R&B. Okay, like 90s R&B too, with them lips on her shirt.
One more time. Unmute. One more time.
That okay, there you go. Vibe, that 90s style girlfriend look. Yes. You got that look going on, girl. I'm ready.
Yes, good. I was about to say good morning, y'all. I'm thinking it's Monday morning. Hey, good evening, Courtney, Nichole. How are you?
Hi,
Porsha.
Hey. Hey. Yes. We all cute.
Yes.
I love her. I love women.
I'm writing the thing.
I can't wait. Something going on with your audio, Courtney.
Mine?
I think so.
That's dreadful.
That is dreadful. But you're looking good, so that makes up for it.
Magic wand. Did that work?
Magic. I think that worked.
That stabilized me. For some reason, on the Zooms, the non-5G works better than the other one, but okay.
Okay. Yes, you look gorgeous tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's introduce yourself to our, let us know what you're drinking on, girl. Introduce yourself to our family. And let us, know who you are. World renowned, Courtney Nichole.
What's up, everybody? Come on with a wine up. Look, I was like, okay, let me get a glass. Let's just have a little red blend over here. So I'm Courtney Nichole. I'm originally from Chicago, but I spent some time in Atlanta, just as much time as I did in Chicago. So I claim Atlanta too sometimes, depending on the conversation. I am on one of Tyler Perry's new hit shows, Assisted Living, that's on BET. So I play the mama on the show. So Leah, supportive wife, a role where most of us are familiar with, supportive mom. My family just moved from Chicago to the South Georgia. So it kind of fit the theme of my life. I was like, oh, this was for me.
It was ready for you.
So I was like, oh, she's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. So and I'm just having fun. So I'm excited to be here and hang out with y'all tonight and chop it up. I heard y'all talking about T.I. and Jeezy. I got ready, honey. I was ready.
You ready?
Okay, honey, I love Jeezy, but I got T.I. for this. I mean, I think he just has the discography for that. You know what I'm saying?
Just the rest. Yes. So what's your favorite T.I. song, even though I'm still bored with it, because I want to get past this election. Like, I think anything to distract us from voting is just nonsense. So, but we could talk about it tonight. Who you got for the versus battle, Courtney?
I'm gonna go with T.I. Right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask that.
The plethora of music to do it, but I love Jeezy now because Jeezy came out in 05, and let me tell y'all something. I was looking for a new car, and I had just gone to try out a Ford Mustang. I thought I wanted a drop top at the time, and that Thug 101, Thug Motivation 101,
Thug Motivation.
with my top back, okay?
Right.
So what's your favorite T.I. song? I'm gonna have to go with T.I. too because I don't know a lot about Jeezy. I know when he used to come to Detroit, he used to shut it down. Like,
man,
blasphemy, Porsha. Like, we from Detroit. We supposed to represent for Jeezy, period.
I'm just saying, like, I do like T.I. though. Like, my favorite T.I. song is You Can Have Whatever You Like.
Okay. I like Rubber Band Man, you know, so that
motivation.
I love motivation.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, I got a whole Jeezy playlist going on right here.
Okay,
give me corporate
Swagger Like Us. Come on now,
Dad,
Swagger Like Us. Come on now.
Swagger Like
I'm
Us
just
was
saying.
Come on now.
I thought Swagger Like Us was
Be easy.
No, that's T.I. That's T.I.
T.I. was trying to call out 50 at one point, right?
Ooh.
But that didn't happen.
Running
Now, that
for
would have been a
him.
smooth battle too.
I don't know. 50. Let me know.
I
don't think he's on their level.
He's
a good businessman, but he rap wise, no.
50 is the equivalent of a mean girl, so I can't.
Exactly.
True.
I think mean girl in the man's body.
To call him out. I think that's why Tip wanted to call him out. He was like, he doing all that talking. Let's bring him to the table. But something didn't happen. But I feel like Jeezy and T.I. is gonna be like watching Patty and Gladys, right? It's just you know
right. I can't decide. I can't pick. I ain't gonna pick.
That was one of my favorite verses with Patty and absolutely.
They was talking up there.
Everybody a heifer after watching that.
Right.
Love it. And then before we get into your interview, we were just talking about SWV. Their Unsung came out tonight. Yes. What was your favorite SWV song?
I guess so. Weak in the knees. I can hardly speak.
I love that. Yes. But I love Rain too. I love Rain. And they song with Missy Elliott. Can we get?
Why y'all acting like I'm So Into You wasn't the biggest?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. With that Michael Jackson remix. Absolutely.
Yes, that was good too.
Christen, you know
that's right here.
All the playlist, girl, because you guys.
Listen, I got the ear, girl. I got the ear. No.
I was just bumping another Bad Creation yesterday, y'all. Okay, we're gonna take it back. Aisha, you are the girl that never. Okay, the 90s R&B.
The 90s girl.
You did not, is that the boys? Who is that?
Another Bad Creation.
Another Bad Creation. Okay.
Well, yes, Lord.
SWV. Y'all remember the boys?
Yes.
Yes.
Hakeem was my boyfriend in my head. Hakeem.
Sitting up watching video honey. With
Down my heart. Okay. Yes, baby. When Donnie get off that elevator. Okay, see. She getting me. I'm seeing.
Y'all, I'm trying to do my watch party. I be needing to start my watch party as soon as we start.
I'm over here excited. She getting me excited. You know how I get when I about my music.
Listen, you can't talk 90s R&B without just getting a little bit just
girl.
Okay.
You know,
I got like dance moves.
Aaron Hall.
Aaron Hall.
Guys. What was that group?
God.
They sang Comforter. I am your comforter.
Shy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Shy. Yes. Rocki.
You girl.
Okay.
I forgot myself.
So y'all, we really ain't come here to talk about music.
Look at you. Just in a funky mood tonight. We don't want to be
right. Porsha trying to reel us in.
I'm trying to reel us in because we have a star on our show. Okay, we talking to Courtney Nichole, y'all. So she starts as the matriarch.
I was ready to get into it. Look.
I know, right? But the matriarch of the family and assisted living. Like you said, you're married to the patriarch, of course. You guys transplanted from Chicago to Georgia. Tyler Perry wrote that role just for you because that was about your life, because you're originally from Chicago. You now live in Georgia, right? But you guys, so right, you guys moved down there to help your in-laws with a rundown assisted living facility. Tell us about your role of being the matriarch in the family, having to move from the big city to the backwoods of Georgia, and tell us how it mirrored your real life.
You know what? I mean, like you said, I'm from Chicago. So when I heard she was from Chicago, I was like, oh, I can add all the flavor, right? Because you always want the role that's perfect for you. You know, we go out for stuff and, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily what we would consider our first circle of casting. But this is somebody that I can just be, you know, and it's a sitcom. So, of course, it's a little more highly evaluated, but I can be me. I can add my flavor. So when my son and my daughter get to cutting up, I can give them all them good looks that I learned back in the shop, and it works. And then, you know, we've all, I don't know about you all, but I moved around. You know, I remember going to college. I went to Alabama A&M in Huntsville, Alabama. So, you know, anytime you move away and have to find new friends, right, or your new grocery store, or just your new normal, you know, change is something that's always constant. And it can cause stress sometimes. So it's like, you know, and as a mom or just the matriarch of your family, you're trying to juggle everybody's emotions and everything in addition to your own. You know, like we've been talking about so much, like protecting the Black woman, and we usually like have so many things we carry in all the trays. So that's Leah. So I'm trying to make sure my husband is good because he lost his job. That's the reason we coming down here. So I have to be supportive enough of, you know, the fact that we can do something else, of course. And then my kids are teenagers. So, you know, they just, I remember being a teenager. The older me doesn't like her.
Right. Right.
But so I know why my mama was trying to snatch me all the time, right?
Right. You love them, but you don't like them, right?
Exactly. So I have that with the kids, and it's a multi-generational show. Like we have Grandpa Vinny on there, Mr. Brown, and Cora on there. So you know that's fun. I mean, we've all grown up and watched them over the last 20 years. So
absolutely,
like it was hard to not be starstruck on my first day of work, right? I was like, woo! But
yes. So I could tell you guys probably have a lot of fun on that set, especially with Cora and Brown all the time, just making jokes and making everybody laugh. So, yeah.
My hairdresser told me, he was like, now see, I had to bring my curlers to set for you because all you doing is this, looking at everybody. So, you know, like, I'm looking at Grandpa, I'm looking at Mr. Vinny, like Mr. Vinny is.
Oh, damn, we lost her, y'all. I'm still trying to do her.
Bring it back.
Yes, bring her back.
Coming back. We're like Nichole of Tyler Perry's assisted living. I'm still trying to do my dang on that watch party. If y'all ain't did y'all watch party, do y'all watch party so we can go live.
All right, I'm gonna do my watch party.
Share the show. And
I did, man.
You did yours?
Mm-hmm.
Assisted.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rocki.
You did yours too. How come it be taking so much? Maybe I just need to pre-write mine and
Oh, I didn't do no caption, Lord.
Oh, see, that's what be taking me so long.
I thought the caption was shared from rolling out.
Maybe. But see, I be trying to tag the person and find the right tag and all that.
Wait a minute. So Christen, right quick.
What's up?
You said you got Jeezy?
Oh, absolutely. Hands down. Hands
Latrice,
down. I'll put money on Jeezy.
I got Jeezy.
For real? Okay.
It must just be a Detroit thing because I
remember T.I.
You know what? It's a Detroit thing, but it's also like if you're a hustler, and you about making money, like he wrote like the praise and worship spirituals to hustling and making money.
Yes, he did.
Way better than T.I. But he did it way better than T.I. for sure.
Yeah.
And she's back.
She's back. Technical difficulties over here. I was like, I got everything plugged up but my computer. Okay.
Lord.
I had my wine. I had my wine.
Wine makes everything better.
Priorities.
That was important.
Priorities.
I made sure I wouldn't get that.
Right.
I'm sorry, ladies.
No worries,
it's okay.
No worries.
It's fine. We get it.
So we're gonna throw the ball to Christen, and Christen has the next question for you.
Okay, so Courtney, Nichole, I have a question for you. It's always really interesting to hear how people like what sparked their career journey. So I would love for you to kind of share, if you remember like the moment that you wanted to become an actress or get into acting.
So I've always told my mom I wanted to be a star. That's what I used to say. And to me, that meant like modeling, right? In the little church modeling things, or
right.
to be an actress or something like that. And I tell everybody that, I think life happened, right? And I was like, oh no, well, what else do I love? And, I was like, well, everybody can't play NFL and go to be in the NFL and the NBA. So maybe I can't be a star or an actress. And I think I subscribed to that for a little while. And I was like, well, what else do I love? And I love children and trying to be a positive influence. So I went into education. I decided to major in elementary and middle school English language arts. So I did that. And I taught for 13 years. I taught middle school and elementary school in DeKalb County School.
God bless you.
Yeah.
So I know you got stories from there.
Yeah, right. And that's what I say, like everything is on purpose, right? God is not the author of confusion. That's what I say. Yeah. Or, I believe as well as others. And I just think it was supposed to be part of my testimony. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be part of, because like I think about Leah and I'm like, how many of my students are going to look at Leah and be like, I remember that face from in the classroom, right? Mm-hmm. Or how many of them are going to say, no, it's not 6 degrees of separation. I know somebody is 1 degree of separation, right? She's hugged me. She's loved on me. She's sold into my life. She's bought me lunch. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be 1 degree of separation. And I think that just trying to tell them, because we only know sometimes it's hard to see past our own front door, right? Like I grew up in Chicago. I saw winos, crackheads, drug dealers, police brutality, like all of that stuff, right? And I knew, right? I had people in my life that helped expose me to different things that allowed me to dream big. And sometimes our babies don't get a chance to dream that big. Yeah. That's right. And in me trying to make sure that I instilled that in them and that they knew that they could live their dreams, I just started to ask myself even more, right? Like, well, Courtney, do you have anything that you didn't do? If when you're 80 something, 90 something years old, will you be able to say you've done everything you've dreamt of? And I realized that I still had a big dream that I wanted to, breathe life into. And so while I was teaching, I started back acting, going to class, going to auditions after school and things like that. And there was a point in time where I had to take the leap of faith and
you jumped.
I did that and I sold into myself, honey. And the return on investment is always high when you're talking about you, right?
That's it. So, that's it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself.
Okay, Christen, pass the ball.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to pass it to
Rocki.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Rocki, what you got?
Thank you, girl. Okay. I love that side swoop too. You with me tonight. Look.
I'm with you.
Yes. Yes, queens. Come through.
What's up, Rocki, girl?
So, Courtney, you have played multiple roles with SWAT and with Assisted Living and Snowfall, one of my favorites. So you're playing so many roles on screen, and then off screen, you're playing roles as mom, as wife, as well, social activist. How do you balance all of that? What give us some secrets. How do you balance all of those roles?
I mean, I think it's everything that you ladies probably talk about. I'm just here to kind of like, help seal that deal. But it's a support system. It's having a good support system. It's knowing when to put your oxygen mask on, right? And so that you can breathe to help others. It's about self-awareness, and it's taken a lot of work to get here. I mean, I've gone through phases. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day about how, it's something about those late 20s, 30s where you kind of like letting things go, and that could be jobs, it could be friendships, it could be certain relationships that you know you need to take a step back from or change. And I think it's just important to, you know, be self-aware and to do the work for you, and everything else will come. And you know, I'm a believer in God or whatever higher power it is that you believe in, but get into that, you know, and just work on things. So I think that that's big. And you have to make time for it all. So it's funny, like it's my husband helps keep me humble now. Cause like so the night my show came on, right? First series, regular role, right? The world is about to see it September 2nd, right? We all excited. And honey, don't you know, he was like, well, babe, can you go get me some water? He was like, I'm gonna keep you humble around here. You gonna still work. You gonna be my friend.
Excuse me. Who was we talking to, Courtney?
Right. You went and got a whole outfit, girl, got my face and hair done up. I was like, now wait a minute now. I need at least the hour that the show gonna be on. Okay?
It ain't about you tonight.
Right. Who was he talking to as you walked to get his water and came back? Who was you talking to?
Porsha, that's it, because you know I got my baby that water, right? But no,
okay, don't ask me for nothing else. It's my turn now. It's my turn.
But no, he made sure my whole evening was taken care of. You know, that was just his little. But you know, like you need people like that in your corner to just make sure you stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a yes man all the time.
Yes, I'm the biggest advocate of keep people around you that's gonna keep you true to who you are, and make sure that you're humble and not be all of these yes people, because as soon as you make it, you got so many yes people around you that just make you delusional. Really, that's what been going on. That's what's going on with Kanye, but we're not gonna digress into that. We go throw the ball to Latrice.
That's a whole
girl. Bring it back.
I just saw his name on my mail-in ballot, honey, as vice president over here.
Oh wow!
Girl. It's serious. It's on there.
Yeah,
it's on
the
there.
ballot. Oh my gosh!
On the ballot.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'll promote it. Okay, that's another conversation.
That's another.
Oh my god! That's
Latrice. Right? Just don't just.
Okay.
Right. That's a whole other conversation. So Courtney.
Yes,
Yeah, so Courtney, you do some impressive work. I love your work on Tyler Perry's new assisted living. What are some interesting or more exciting projects that you will be working on in the future, and where you see yourself going after this?
Okay, so you know what's been very interesting is that I came back and all of this is happening and we're under quarantine, right? Yeah. So I have been in talks about some different things. Nothing that I'm able to share today, you know, but I'll just say, just keep looking out, right? Like hopefully the deadlines will be released soon and I can celebrate. But I've enjoyed being able to do everything from stage to commercials. I was in a wonderful Procter & Gamble commercial that won an Emmy a couple of years ago. The one about the talk with the talk.
Yes, I was crying.
Girl,
I was crying.
But I didn't even know commercials could win Emmys, right? And I was like, you know, so I claim that as my first Emmy, honey. Look, and then I want to go ahead and say that assisted living can be under the comedy, you know, they honored him this year. Okay. Maybe they'll go ahead and nominate one of his shows.
It's time. He got like
millions
of shows.
It is time.
So he got to get nominated for something.
Yeah, I'll take a nomination. Cheers to that.
Right.
Yeah, we claiming it.
Absolutely.
We are claiming it. I'm speaking it. Right?
His speech at the Emmys was definitely endearing, and I was thinking he was over the whole awards thing because he like, I'm Tyler Perry. I made all of y'all take notice, you know. But when his speech led me to think that, you know, he was grateful, he was humble and all of that. So I was just like, okay, well maybe, but I still think, yeah.
I think
he can host his own.
He can host his own.
Right.
And I think, you know, I say F validation, right? Like you need validation.
Yes.
That's not what I'm hearing.
Exactly what I was.
But anytime somebody wants to honor you, I thought it was, you know, definitely wonderful that. And he was real. He gave him the real deal hope. And on their platform, he let them know that my mama said blah, 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 you know? So I thought that was beautiful, but I thought that it was wonderful that Chris Rock and Oprah were able to, you know, introduce him for that show.
Yeah.
So somebody's speaking up in that room, and you get his just due, but you know, even if not, look at him making history.
Listen,
the first company to come back in the midst of a global pandemic. He's already filmed Sisters, Bruh, Ruthless, and The Oval. All 4 of them have shot their second seasons already.
Right.
In the pandemic.
Right.
And we love all of those shows. Let me tell y'all something about Ruthless, okay? If y'all have, if y'all haven't caught up on that, I know we talking about assisted living, but Ruthless.
But we talking about his whole thing.
We talking about all of it. But Ruthless, if y'all ain't seen it yet, y'all need to go see that. But go see assisted living too, because assisted living is really, really funny. Really,
it's funny. You a good laugh, man. You know, it's 30 minutes. Right.
Yeah, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so aside from your fame as an accomplished actress, like you said, you had Snowfall, you had SWAT, and now assisted living. You went viral for another reason, for an additional reason, right? Back in June. So we saw you all over the national news confronting these vandals, and you didn't hold back. You was like, why y'all doing that?
Okay.
Hold on.
Why?
Come out, because y'all not black. Y'all not standing for this movement. What are y'all doing? So anyway, so before we go to the video, walk us through what happened. What were you feeling? What were you thinking? What happened? And why did you feel like you needed to speak up?
You know what? That was the beginning of the protest. And I mean, we've been watching this since Trayvon Martin, or even before then, like Jenna 6 and all of that other stuff, you know, and it's like, we always get, I feel like black people, like we always get a bad rep. And the media had tried, they usually try to say that we're the ones doing the damage in our own communities. And I mean, I'm not saying that that's not the case sometimes, but it's not always us. And, you know, as we've been able to see from the guy that was at AutoZone and this other guy that they said shot into the precinct in Minneapolis with his AK-47, they were non-black people, right? And they were the ones doing the violence. So when we went out there that day, it was kind of like, we wanted to be in the number. You know what I'm saying? Like when they showed the pictures, when they showed the aerial views, like I wanted to be in the number out on the streets. And, you know, we knew it was dangerous. Like we're in a global pandemic. We had our mask on because, honey, if you're listening closely, you hear my husband. He didn't care about the fact that I was trying to check these girls. He was like, put your mask on.
Right. Need you to come back home. But, he made you come back home so you can give him some water.
Exactly. There you go. Right. He want to make sure his water is not tainted.
Right. But he's like, look, I need you, boo.
Girl. So basically, like we had been out there protesting since like 10 that morning. It was like 2 in the afternoon. The police they had met us out there. They had set up a brigade, you know, and started firing off tear gas and rubber bullets. Unlike the protests yesterday, where they were escorting Trump supporters down in Beverly Hills when Cardi B's husband was detained yesterday, just last night. But anyway, so they stopped us, right? And we're walking, and you know, the reason we're out there is because we need to speak up. We're speaking up on behalf of our fallen soldiers that are no longer here with us, like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, you know, so many others, Tatiana Jefferson, so many. When I saw them tagging, we walked up when they were doing the BLM, and I looked and I'm like, but they're not black. And I was confused. I was like, what's happening? So I looked over and I could see groups of people, you know, not saying anything. And I just couldn't resist the urge to just tell them to stop. I think it was the Chicagoan and the teacher and the mama in me that was like, not on my watch, sweetheart. Yep. You know, it was like, we're gonna pull up. Like, we out here to speak up. Let me show y'all how it's done. So all of y'all standing over there that's not saying something, let me do this for you so you show, so I can show you how to check people and how to get them out of your protest, because that's not acceptable. And you saw they got their little tails and turned the other way. I'm not playing that game. Not on behalf of George Floyd. That man is dead. Somebody was on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So if I had to stand there for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, that's what I was going to do and talk to them.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at what you told them, how you told them what they needed to know, and how they turned around and stopped and walked away.
Okay.
Two vandals who appear to be white to stop. Vlad Duthier spoke with that activist.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
This confrontation between protesters and vandals outside a Starbucks in Los Angeles has been viewed online more than 1 million times.
If you are tagging on behalf of Black Lives Matter, ask someone black. Don't do that. That's not what we want. We're not going to get anything done by doing that.
How dare you add another target to our backs? We are out here because we are targets right now.
Courtney Nichole Gardner recorded this moment in hopes that others would see protesters sticking up for their community, not tearing it down.
Just describe the gamut of emotions that went through you when you witnessed those two women and what they were doing.
At that point, I felt that the media had been, pushing one narrative that, Black people were out here messing up our own neighborhoods yet again. I understand how the workers of that building, the owners, I understand how they can be hurt by that. And it hurt.
Yeah. So that was
child, let me sip.
Powerful.
So that was
Powerful.
real. So that's it just takes us back to that time and space where, everybody was high intensity. We were protesting all of that. And when you said, please, it was the please for me, because you went in, but you was like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And it's not like you was just, going for their necks, but you was still like, please don't do that. Y'all.
I can tell you were trying to control yourself. I can tell you were trying to, your voice was shaking. I could tell you were trying to control yourself from.
There was a moment that the phone shook, and I was I'm glad I had the phone in my
baby.
hand,
right? Yes.
For real.
But it was
we all done been there, yep.
It was the please portion, because I really, they had stopped and were kind of walking off, but it's like I really wanted them to engage. I really wanted them to hear from someone if they did not have anybody in their corner telling them. I really wanted them to hear me, and that was a plea to them. And I had no idea it was going to go where it went, but I'm so glad that it did, and I'm so glad that so many others have done the same thing, right? So that we can, because in the 60s and in the early 1900s, and when they brought us over here, they documented the story, right? They documented our narrative. We are now able to document our own narrative. So in 20 years, or when I have great-great-grandchildren, they'll know exactly what it was. There will be no confusion.
Right.
And I mean, you exuded leadership at its finest. You let them house know, because you let them house know that we don't need you to do that, please, and thank you, and stop, and goodbye. And so, and we felt all of that. So, way to stand up for us and lead and make sure that our voices continue to be heard.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, they would have woke up the next day and said, look what the Black Lives protesters. Black Lives Matter.
They weren't going to say, oh yeah, we walked in and we looked at the footage and we realized that it wasn't a Black person. They weren't going to do that,
no.
Right.
So
nope, not at all.
Right. And I'm really glad that happened, but it was a very scary moment. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all of this stuff is happening and you just, you want it, it's so crazy. It's like, I can't even find the right words for what's happening right now, right? We're in the midst of a global pandemic, a racial pandemic, a census year, an election year. It's crazy. Yeah. But, I'm so glad that so many of us are trying to, tap into our greatness, come up with our master plans, right? Come out of this thing millionaires, or if not millionaires, with a millionaire plan,
I'm claiming that.
Okay.
Amen.
I'm claiming that.
Hallelujah.
And I'm declaring and decreeing, and I'm receiving. Thank you for that word.
Hallelujah.
Okay. So we're going to pass the ball to Christen. We got 10 minutes, y'all. because we do got a show right after this. So, okay, let's go.
Okay, so 2020 has clearly been a transformative year. Like some people call it crazy, some people call it just like the worst year ever. But candidly speaking, can you share or kind of describe how this year has gone for you personally and professionally? And if you could narrow it down, can you kind of share what's like the number one thing you've learned about yourself this year?
You know what I think I realized? Like, I like some me time from time to time. Right? So, I mean, like we know it, right? But I think having to be in the house, I think it's just highlighted it even more. It's like, you know, sometimes I like to go for a little walk, or sometimes I just, you know, take a few moments in the shower or whatever it is. But sometimes you just, I like that. And I didn't know that that was like gonna be like a thing for me. And then I think, like you said, it's been it's been transformative, informative too, right? I feel like I've learned a lot this year in just sharing, like in you know, that video going viral. I've gained some allies, right? Some friends that, you know, follow me, engage with me. They like message me often, ask me questions, and they send me stuff. So like, I've learned a lot about myself and our culture, right? And I think that we shouldn't be embarrassed by that. You know, like I think Juneteenth was a big thing that came up this year. That's something not everybody knew about, right? Or not everybody learned about in school. And then you ask yourself, well, why not, right?
Right.
So I just think it's been informative in that way. And it's made me, like, I have a notebook full of things that I want to work on. And hopefully, you know, somebody else makes a plan as well. But community matters. Like that video you showed, one thing I talked about with that anchor that I was on with is that community love. And I think that's important. You know, we all know the phrase, it takes a village, right? You look at my show, I'm on here with grandpa. You think about how many of us grew up with our grandparents that either lived with us or we spent the weekends with them all the time.
All the time, yes, they raised us.
That has changed in modern day, and partly because our parents are working so much because they have to take care of the household, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I think that's big, and I think that should be, you know, a conversation piece in many homes, and trying to get back to that community love, right? Because we're talking about reimagining public safety, right? And maybe looking at policing different, then we have to look at how we are policing our own neighborhoods, right? So instead of watching little Johnny and not saying anything to him, we should learn what little Johnny's name is, where he lives, talk to him, make sure he has a mentor, him or her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you no longer be, we have to show up and be present and be present.
Yes.
I think about my teacher. She's the reason I wanted to be a teacher. And on Saturdays, she would take me to speech competitions. And my sister, who didn't live with me, but would come over on the weekends, if she just so happened to be there that weekend, then she went too. But that's something that woman did not have to do.
Right.
But she did it. And so how many of us have people like that in our lives? Or how many of us are people like that for some young person?
For others.
And then it really makes you realize who and where your village is, you know. And she didn't have to pour into you like you said, but she did. And so she was definitely part of your village. And we just have to remember that as we excel and as we are uplifting and are on that ladder to success, we just have to remember that. We got to be.
God gives us dominion, right? And he wants us to be good stewards of what he has given us dominion over. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I look at
this
journey, and you know where this show is and where it'll go and my opportunities, and I know that it's more responsibility for me to make sure that, you know, like we've been buying black. I've been spending my little coins for my little series regular honey, trying to make sure I support some black businesses, right?
Absolutely. Yes, always.
Make sure we can bail people out, right? So I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm doing what's right by him so that he will continue. I know he's going to continue to bless me, but bless me abundantly so that I can bless others and help lift them up. You know, I was there filming this series, Assisted Living, during Black History Month. Interesting. And Tyler Perry is amazing. That studio is amazing. So when you drive in, there's this big, you know, this digital board. And, you know, so it was Black History Month and he had something up there. And one of his taglines is take somebody with you.
Right.
Okay.
It goes along with the pay it forward and all of that. But, you know, that's what we have to do. So
I love that.
I love it. Sharing the platform with me. You know, that's doing that. So I appreciate it.
Now, before we get out of here, we got 4 minutes. Like I said, we got a show after this, so we got a hard stop at 9. Okay. But we want to take a look at your trailer for Assisted Living so we can give people an idea of what to look forward to if they haven't already. So let's go ahead and cue it up.
When this old-timer bought this rundown assisted living home, he bit off more than he could chew. With the housekeeping. Is that a rat? The customer service.
That's me giving you the finger.
And the repairs.
The plumbing is a mess. Solve that problem. Bucket, bitches.
Now this grouchy grandpa is going to need assistance from family and friends.
Hello? Oh, hell no.
Are there any adults in this room?
Yeah. Tyler Perry's Assisted Living. New series. Wednesday, September 2nd at 9 on BET.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. So I mean, you know, we got a little bit of spiciness going on. You know, you get your bucket for plumbing bitches.
Man. I love them.
They are amazing.
Wait,
Brown, Cora, and Miss Brown. We got 3 minutes, Rocki. What's up?
Yeah, so since we got 3 minutes, we're gonna go straight to the bonus round. Okay. All right. I'm gonna shoot off a few things, Courtney, and whatever comes to mind. All right.
Okay,
all right. So,
go.
Favorite food?
Sweet potatoes.
What? That's
Auntie. Favorite movie?
Love and Basketball.
Okay. When did you first fall in love with basketball?
Yes, I love it. Favorite season. Favorite season. Favorite season.
Spring.
Okay.
I like summer dresses and sandals.
Yes. Okay. Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Okay. Right. Okay. Last one. What is your bucket list adventure or travel destination?
Bora.
Yes.
Toast on that, y'all. I'm toasting on that one because that's when I'm going to 2021. That was my 2020 destination, but because of COVID. So we gonna switch that.
We gotta go somewhere. My anniversary is December 12th. So my husband and I are like at the top of the year, we're going somewhere. So
I know that's right. Do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, cheers to you and your anniversary and going to Bora for your anniversary. We're gonna speak it into existence and congratulations on a very successful season because we know it is. We saw the trailer. It's funny as hell. So we can't wait to tune in. If people have not already, I'm sure you can stream all of the episodes. We look forward to it if you haven't already seen it. So thank you so much for stopping by the Wine Up. Cheers to everyone. Cheers. Love, happiness, all of that. Keep doing what you're doing.
Have fun on your next show and bring all the energy. I know y'all will. You look great.
All right.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Chicago girl in the house. Okay, thank you, Crystal. We'll come back next week, y'all. We got less than 60 seconds. So we're gonna come back next week, y'all. We're gonna have some more wine. What did I say? Wine?
Yeah, we need some more.
Did I say wine? To uncork. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. I got somebody talking about mom. Babe, I'm on air. I'm live. Okay, bye y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Taking another damn